Hey y'all, I'm back. I'm here today to talk about number 47, Kamala, because we know that's what it's going to come down to. Give you a little brief overview of this woman. A year before she graduated law school, she took an apprenticeship at the DA's office. They said, "Hey, we'll hire you up. Pass the bar." Kamala said, all right, I got you. Second attempt, she passed it. I wish I could get the numbers on that one, so I knew, what percentage she made. She came out saying, "Oh, I'm going to be for the people." Well, I'd like to know what people she's for, considering she fought for harder prosecution of misdemeanors. She also wanted to fight harder for quality of life crimes, drug dealing, whatnot. She wanted harsher sentences and higher bail. Now, wait a minute. The exact same people that you say you're for are the exact people that you're going to break it off in with these particular policies. I don't know. Y'all can tell me. Now, in 1994, she was appointed to the California Medical Assistance Commission. It oversaw payment to the hospitals from the state Medicare money. This job pays $75,000 a year. Now, at the same time, earlier that year, she got a job for $100,000 a year on the Unemployment Insurance Approvals Board. She's making $175,000 with part-time jobs. Oh, by the way, the guy that got her the jobs was Willie Brown. Willie Brown's a cat that put her there. He was almost 60 years old at the time. She was pretty young, just fresh out of college. He was banging her. When she was running for DA, she said she wasn't going to push for the death sentence. Bullshit. As soon as she got in office, within a year, she tried to change the death sentence, make it easier to catch it. When she was running for DA, she blew through a $211,000 spending cap that had been set. Didn't care, got fined $34,000. Still spent money, more money, to get the job. Yeah, I had to take notes. There's a lot of shit here. She said that the 3 strikes law had changed. She said that she was going to try to get more people into treatment, less prison sentences for, simple possession, shit like that. That's a bullshit. There was a 25% spike in drug arrests. In 2005, she turned on their drug court. She said, "Oh, no drug court. Basically, if you have ever sold drugs in your life or ever been caught with a pistol, even though you still meet the criteria for drug court, you can't go to drug court. That's gone." Those of you that don't know, drug court is something for people that are hooked on drugs. If you get caught up, you get a chance to go to drug court, go to treatment. If you successfully complete treatment, the charges are either reduced or dropped completely. I think it's a good thing myself, because some people get caught up doing stupid shit that, well, there you go. Then they go to drug court, Now, if they reoffend, that's on them, That gets into give a man a fish, teach a man to fish. She now this is a good one. In 2004, then Mayor Newsom and Harris came up with a truancy initiative. 20 or more unexcused absences, your folks could face 1 year in jail or a $2,500 fine. There's one girl that had sickle cell. Her parents, I don't remember how many years it took them to fight this, but because this girl had to go get a bunch of treatment, blood transfusion surgeries, and whatnot, and she was having a hard time getting excused absences for all this, which I don't understand. It should have been an automatic pass on that shit. But her parents had to fight years to keep from going to jail or paying that $2,500. I think they should have just shucked out the $2,500 and saved themselves some money in the long run. But hey, what's right's right, and sometimes being right's worth the money. Now she has a real. Now, I've already shown a couple times where she said that, the death penalty wouldn't change, but she tried to make it easier for you to catch the death penalty in California. Oh, people with drug problems should not be treated like regular criminals that are just out here committing crime, whatever. And then she tries to get rid of drug court. Something else is she was really hard on sex workers, which I don't understand, considering she was making $175K a year banging Willie Brown. Anyone else drawing the same conclusion? Damn, I just can't wrap my head around that. $175K a year for part-time jobs, and still had her job in the DA's office. That's a hard one. Show y'all my ceiling. That's what Kamala looks at to make money. Ceilings. Anyway, you get into the current gig, and she dropped out of the presidential race in 19 for the 20 bid with some of the lowest numbers. I don't remember who all was ahead of her. I think pretty much everybody was ahead of her at that point in time. I dismissed it because, I knew she wasn't going to get up in there. I never thought that, until I saw somebody else do a piece and say, well, Biden's probably going to get Harris so he can try to get the black vote. That's right. Anyway, now she's up in there, and she's about to be 47. And then liver spots is going to be her second in command, Nancy Pelosi. And if y'all think we're in some shit now, wait until that shit happens. I just hope we still have Abbott in office so that we'll secede, because if this jerk-off actor gets up in there, Texas ain't going to secede. We're just going to follow suit. And we're going to be just as fucked as the rest of the country. I couldn't hold that one back. Might have to consider a move. Anyway, getting back to my point about her being a flipper flopper, and not just with Willie Brown. When she was debating then former Vice President Joe Biden, this prior to him getting all the way up to Commander-in-Chief, she called him a racist. She called him a bigot. She pointed out the fact that Biden said that he didn't want inter-school busings because he didn't want his little white kids going to school in a jungle. And these two are supposed to be the people for the people. Right. But now she's up under him. She's like, oh no, Joe's good. Somebody called her on that shit, and she was like, well, it was a campaign. So which one, Camilla? Are you lying? Or do you just not give a fuck? Speaking of Joe and Camilla, I'm still waiting on Camilla down here to the border. Still. It's not a long trip. What, you got Air Force Two? I don't even know if there is an Air Force Two, but I'm sure there is, and you can get on it and drag your fucking happy narrow ass down here and look for yourself. Back to what I was talking about. I just want to know, when is enough going to be enough? When are we going to impeach These two idiots. And when are we going to impeach liver spots? Y'all are about to get rid of Newsom in California. Thank somebody. But guess who you're going to end up with? There's a good chance you're going to end up with Caitlyn Jenner. After Bruce killed somebody, he went away. We don't know where Bruce went, but Caitlyn showed up in his place. Let's not talk about that either, because that's probably a YouTube strike in itself, and I ain't got one of them yet. How? I don't know. But I'm sure it's on its way. I think that might even be the whole reason I made this channel, just see how long it takes me to get a YouTube strike. That doesn't mean any one of you four fuckers that watch this need to report me. Anyway, on that note, hopefully the weather won't be as windy. I can get the Air Force out and I can go to this other overflow facility. Maybe, well, I know I'll get kicked out, but they're going to have hell kicking my Air Force out. Anyway, y'all, I'll be back directly.